Imagine a world where free speech is weaponized, where divisive narratives are nurtured thousands of miles away from the land they concern, and where hate flourishes under the guise of freedom. This isn't fiction, it's the reality we face today. Today, we are discussing a topic that's not only sensitive but incredibly relevant. Why do some individuals of Indian origin, despite having roots in India, harbor intense anti India sentiments while living abroad? And why must local authorities take a stand against this behavior instead of allowing it to hide under the cloak of free speech? Let's thoroughly examine this important issue. The Khalistani movement, which seeks to establish a separate Sikh state called Khalistan, has a complex and painful history. Tensions escalated in the 1980s with Operation Blue Star and the subsequent assassination of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. These events left deep scars on the Sikh community, and the trauma of that era is undeniable. But even after decades of progress and efforts to heal, why is this movement resurging, especially thousands of miles away in places like Canada, the United Kingdom, and the United States? One of the most vocal and controversial figures in this movement is Gurpatwant Singh Pannun, a prominent advocate of the Khalistani cause and the founder of Sikhs for Justice. Based in the United States, Pannun has openly threatened the Indian government several times and called for acts that could destabilize peace in India. He uses the American and Canadian protection of free speech to spread divisive and at times violent rhetoric.
Pro-Khalistan Sikhs are going to continue countering these Indian terrorists organizing live certificate camps.
Consider this. Pannun has made public statements calling for Indians to revolt against their government and has even encouraged acts that could lead to chaos and violence. His use of platforms like social media enables him to reach and radicalize audiences globally, painting the Indian government as an oppressive regime while conveniently ignoring the strides made for peace and progress. This brings us to the heart of the debate: free speech. In democratic nations like the United States, free speech is a protected right. But when this freedom is exploited to incite violence or hatred, it becomes a dangerous tool. Why should authorities be concerned about someone like Pannun? Because history has shown us that unchecked hate speech can have dire consequences. Remember, speech that promotes hate and violence isn't just rhetoric. It has the potential to spill over into real-world conflict. We have examples of hate crimes and communal tensions that have roots in inflammatory speech. And the cost is always human lives and societal harmony. Communities abroad are being fractured. The divisive rhetoric championed by individuals like Pannun creates distrust among people who share a common heritage. It also jeopardizes cultural celebrations and peaceful coexistence. And it doesn't end there. The anti-India sentiments fueled by these movements strain diplomatic relations between India and countries that house large Indian communities. The countries that allow such figures to operate freely often find themselves caught in a web of geopolitical tension. So why should local governments act? Because allowing these ideologies to fester unchecked could destabilize not only foreign relations but also the safety and unity of multicultural societies. Free speech should not be a cover for incitement. When someone threatens violence or advocate for disintegration of a sovereign nation, it's not an exercise in free speech. It's a calculated attack on democracy and peace. Governments need to find a balance. They must protect genuine free expression while cracking down on speech that crosses the line into hate or incitement. Measures could include better monitoring of hate groups, clear laws that distinguish between criticism and incitement, and promoting education that provides a well-rounded view of history. In the end, it's about preserving harmony and truth. The Indian diaspora has been a force for good around the world, contributing to economic, cultural, and social progress. But that very unity is at risk when a few individuals promote hate and division. I would love to hear your thoughts on this issue. Is there a better way to address the misuse of free speech while protecting democratic values? Let's start a conversation, one that seeks understanding and solution. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more discussions on critical issues. And until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and most importantly, stay united.